Good morning, folks. Afternoon or good evening, whenever you're watching this video. It is the 16th of December?
17th.
Oh, 17th of December today. We're just letting you know we're still alive. We've got an idea for you before we go into what's happening with the motorhome. If you're thinking of going over to the EU this year or next year, with watching John and Zoe on Bertie's bus and how they've been stung with the roaming charges. We got rid of free in July, didn't we?
Yeah.
No, August, with the amount they charged us.
Yeah.
With having to ring the UK and everything with the breakdown and the fire. So we have actually now gone to Tesco Mobile. You can actually get a £10 SIM, which is £10 a month. Everything is free. So that's unlimited text, unlimited data, unlimited calls, and free roaming until the end of 2026. Now, according to what we were told in the shop, that might roll over until 27 and 28, but there's no guaranteeing. So we've got the family plan with Tesco's, which gives us free SIMs, and it's 50 quid, isn't it?
Yeah.
And everything's unlimited. So that's an idea if you're thinking of going to the EU and you don't get roaming on your phones. So yeah. So hopefully we save some of you a few pennies. Now, where are we?
At home.
Yeah, at home. Still. We started we put in a complaint to the Ombudsman about the breakdown cover.
Yeah.
By law, they only had 8 weeks to deal with our complaint. They dragged their feet and dragged their feet and dragged their feet. Then 3 days before the 8 weeks were up, they asked us to send in a quote of how much it would have cost for the motorhome to be repaired if it had been repaired over in Spain. So that took us a bit of time to get it. So they extended it another 8 weeks. So they waited and they messed about, didn't they? And just before, I think 2 weeks before that 8 weeks was up, they wanted proof of how much it cost to bring their vehicle back home, what the storage fees were. We sent them all that, and they contacted the haulage company. If you ever do need to get your motorhome or vehicle repatriated, try OB Trucks. They were the cheapest we've found, and they were brilliant. They kept us informed all the way along the line, and their driver even paid the storage fees on his own credit card, so he could pick up the vehicle, because the garage in Spain weren't going to let it go unless I flew back over and paid it by card. So yeah, OB Trucks, a big shout out to those. So yeah,
thank you.
That's those. But yeah, in the end, the breakdown cover, national breakdown, they claim that it was never a breakdown. So in theory, they're saying that we weren't covered, and that they picked us up, got us into a hotel for one night, took the vehicle to a garage, and they shouldn't have done it. That it was not classed as a breakdown. So they basically just said, tough luck. We're not coming after you for the money that we spent out, because that was our mistake. We shouldn't have done it in the first place.
Cheeky sorts.
But, you know, like Carol said, they're cheeky buggers. So I emailed them and said, well, look, the vehicle was travelling along a motorway. I pulled off the motorway, went round a traffic island, the engine stopped and the engine caught fire. Therefore, the vehicle was moving prior to the fire, so it's a breakdown. Anyone with any sense would class that as a breakdown. But they didn't respond to that email, so we've started up a complaint with the Ombudsman. They've requested everything from CBC, which is the compare breakdown cover, and Eversure Insurance, which is a company that subcontracted their work out to National Breakdown. So they ask all that information to come through, and they'll be in touch with me once they've got that. They're allowed for 3 months to get the breakdown, all that information to the Ombudsman.
How long's it been now?
Just over a month. So that's going to be end of January, February time, I think, before we hear from them. As for the insurance on the motorhome, the actual motorhome policy, as you all know, they said we weren't insured right from the start, refused to bring us back to the repatriate the vehicle, so we had to do all that ourselves. Well, it took them, the vehicle come back on the, I can't remember now if it was either the 6th or the 9th of August. It was brought back to the garage outside our village from Spain. It took the insurance company 40 days to send out someone to inspect it. The engineer that inspected it informed the garage that in his opinion it's definitely an insurance claim, and that he can't understand why it isn't, because it's impossible to say what caused the fire without a full forensic investigation. So Matt in the garage told me that, didn't he?
Yeah.
And surprise to us, we got a call from the engineer the following day because he forgot what model it was, the motorhome. And we had quite a friendly chat with him, and he was telling us that he can't understand why we were told it's not an insurance claim, because in his opinion it definitely would be, and that he needed to find out what the value of the vehicle was, this, that and the other. So after, what was it, nearly a month after that, we hadn't heard from the insurance company. So I phoned them up and was told, oh, you should have heard something by now. Yeah, we have had the report, it's here. I'll pass it over to Crawford's, I think it was, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're loss adjusters who will do the investigation, and they will interview me online through Zoom, won't it?
Yeah.
And that it'd be under a caution. So that went ahead, and 2 weeks after that, still didn't hear nothing. So I rung up the insurance again, and they said they had requested a quote from the garage for the repair cost, and that
they haven't received.
they hadn't received anything.
Yeah.
So we spoke to Matt, and Matt said, well, I don't know why they haven't received it. I've sent it in. They've even rung me back and queried why I'd sent in the interim storage fee, and that would he drop it? Would he, if he did the work? So it's like he said, if they've got that, they got the quote because it was on the same email. But this went on for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Ringing up every week. Matt sent in 4 quotes The insurance company says they never received them. And in the end, on the 3rd of December, Matt rung them, said, look, I'm going to send it now. I'm going to stay on the phone with you. Once you get the email, confirm it, and we know where we are. Well, he did that.
He did.
And they confirmed they received it this time. Same email address that he's been sending him or to. So we've been waiting until today to find out what's happening, because they were passing it over to the engineers.
Yeah.
The engineers, nobody contacted us.
No.
Nobody had spoken to Matt. So, like I say, I phoned him again today and was told that the engineers gave the go-ahead to do the work. Yeah! So we were insured all along. And so I spoke to the garage, and Matt said, well, nobody's contacted him. He's not had an email, he's not had a phone call. So he's calling them today and going to speak to the engineers.
It's a case of the left hand doesn't know what the right
That's
hand's
it.
doing.
The insurance company, right from the start, has treated us like crap. They've not come back to us with any email we sent.
No.
They're not returning phone calls like they said they would. We've had to do all the chasing up. And there was a bit of a surprise, weren't they? When we was talking to the engineers, he says, do you realise that you're underinsured? I said, what do you mean? I goes, I paid 50,000 for the motorhome. He goes, your motorhome now is valued at £77,000. He says, to get like for like at the same registration, which is a 2011 registration,
Yeah.
with the levelling system, with the air suspension and everything. He said the cheapest one we could find was £77,000. So you need to up your insurance. So a bit of advice to you all out there, check every year the value of your motorhome. Because if it's gone up and you're like us, if they had written the motorhome off, we would have not been able to replace it.
Yeah.
So yeah, make sure you're covered for the value of your motorhome.
You've upped it this time, haven't you?
Yeah, we've upped it. We won't be going back with the insurance company. We'll name those and shame them at the end once they're paid out for the work to be done. We have now gone with Safeguard. We were with those until we brought this motorhome. Every motorhome we've ever had was through them. In 2016, we was in a head-on crash, weren't we?
Yeah.
With an uninsured driver in France. And
their fault, not ours.
Yeah, it was their fault. There was no arguing. They flew us home, got us a car, got everything sorted out, and no arguing about anything. They even got a solicitor to get our excess back off the uninsured driver.
Yeah.
So
that took ages for them to find out who the driver was.
Because as you imagine, being an uninsured driver, it was a job and a half for them to find him.
But they were great. They kept us in the loop.
Yeah,
and everything.
right from when the first call, we was getting told what was happening, where the vehicle was, what's being done. And this year it was £840 for the insurance for the motorhome and breakdown cover all over Europe. So the company we were with, who is dealing with the policy, the fire, they wanted nearly £600 this year, and then of course it was going to be another £300 on top for the breakdown cover if we got it separate. So yeah, we've upped the insurance to the value what we've been quoted, and it worked out cheaper. So yeah, that's where we are at the moment.
We like saving money.
Yeah, I'm very frugal with my money, and Carol says tight.
Bum
But
squeaks.
I'm not that bad. But yeah, so that's where we are. We was hoping to get the motorhome back on the road around about March time, weren't it?
Yeah.
When she's buggering off to Egypt for
He
2 weeks,
He
innit?
loves me.
So we can't really now plan anything for this year.
Well, we don't know what's happening with your foot
Yeah.
or anything.
Most of you know that I had an ankle replacement 18 months ago. Unfortunately, it's failed and it's got to be opened up again. The part of my calf bone has got to be cut away.
Yeah.
Then what's left of the ankle, the other side of the replacement joint, it's got to be resculpted. My toes are gone pin-toed, so they're turning inwards when I walk on my left foot. So that's got to be squared up, and then it's got to be realigned. So when I put my foot down, it's going down flat, because at the moment it's on an angle. So that's another major surgery. So it could be another 3 months before I'll be able to put weight on it and move about again. But that's something we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
I'm on his priority list, so that could be next month, or it could be
Next
6
week.
months, it could be next year. But we'll just have to wait and see about that. So we can't plan anything again this year, can we?
No. No, not until we figure out what's
So
going on.
until we know what's happening there. But yeah, there we are, folks. We're still alive.
Yeah.
We've had some good news.
Some better news.
Yeah. So there's nothing else really we can say, can we? Apart from,
Merry Christmas.
yeah, a very Merry Christmas to you all. And I hope you have a very prosperous new year. And enjoy your travels. Stay safe this year. And
Deeply jealous.
Sorry?
Deeply jealous.
Yeah, we're jealous. And we'd like to thank all our subscribers who stuck with us through this. We've actually gone up, believe it or not, by 130 something subscribers in the last 4 months, even though we've not put anything out. So thank you to all of you for that.
It's much appreciated.
It is. And thank you to everyone who's been sharing their videos. It's been nice to see you out and about, and your travels, Radford through Turkey, weren't it?
Yeah.
And Steve up there in Scotland just lately. We're watching John and Zoe out there now, aren't we?
Yeah.
And that's Bertie's birth. Mark and Lisa for their, aren't we?
Yeah.
And of course, Josh and Caroline, Moho Adventure,
Yeah.
Mo Hotel.
Adventures, yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, there's so many of you that we've been following and watching.
Yeah.
We can't keep you say thank you to you all, but we'd like to send Tish of Pews on tour, innit?
Yeah.
Our best wishes while she's going through a bad spot at the moment with her health. Hope you're back on the mend very soon, and I hope you have a good Christmas as well.
Take care.
Take care. So yeah, that's it, folks. I've been rambling a bit at the end, but like I say, we're all sorted now.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Matt, like I say, Matt's going to find out today if he has got the go ahead or not, or if we've been told a porcupine again. So hopefully we'll get the motorhome back on the road soon, and we'll be back out and about. So all the best, folks. Catch you either before the end of the year, if not, see you next year.
Yeah.
Bye
Take
for now.
care.
Bye.
Bye.